Hello, everyone. It's 4:16 p.m. It's just a couple of minutes after the regular session ended, and the settlement trades all closed at quarter after 4. So just a minute and a half or two after that. Today is Thursday, May 9th, and you can see my computer clock on my right, and on my left is the time in sales. And you can see the last trade on the ES at 4:15 at 28.72.75. And I was away for a couple of days, and there were no videos for about 5 days. And so my first day back, we had a pretty good day in the Autotrader. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I posted a video with an interview of one of my clients that's using the Autotrader, and he qualified for a combine with one up trader, and now he's working on another combine with a different provider. And he sent me a couple of screenshots and a video update today, and I want to share that with you. And pay close attention to his remarks about the Autotrader.
So just a quick update, May 8th. Today was day 7 of the combine. You see only 6 because actually I started April 30th, so to get to April, gotta go back, and here is April 30th. Day 7, I am more than halfway now through, just about halfway, I guess, through the combine. 12.57 is the profit. Target is 2,500. Way ahead of schedule because it is a 2-month combine. They give you 2 months where you're supposed to trade at least 30 days out of the 60, and at least once a week. So this being day 7 and being halfway done, I'm going to have to slow down or I guess just go over. There is no penalty going over the profit target. It's just that you are still expected to trade, I guess, normally the way you would, even after you reach that target. Doing well. Some days were tough. On Monday, drew down $511. But the beautiful thing about the Autotrader is that as crazy, as volatile as the NASDAQ, for example, has been, it is extremely accurate. It takes trades the way it's supposed to. It gets out when it's supposed to. So even with great volatility in very fast-moving markets, the Autotrader is right on the money. And on this day, on Monday, was able to come back from down $500 to reaching its target and finish the day up $153. Now that's after commissions. So doing well, and we'll be in touch once I reached the target.
Okay, so there you have it, that video and commentary from my client. And he had sent me this screenshot from a couple days ago. And he's using the NASDAQ on a 4-range chart, and you can kind of see his setup here. He's using the moving average filter, which is avoiding these short trades. And it's interesting. Many of you have asked about a scalp system. In this case, I wouldn't exactly call it scalp, but the profit target here is 10 ticks, and he's basically going with a move. I just want to remind you that this particular client uses the Autotrader. He doesn't just turn it on at 9:30. He waits for it to get to a particular level. In this case, it looks like it was on at the open, perhaps, or slightly after. But anyway, what we have here is 4 winners in a row, and I guess he's not going for huge profits in the day, but that's how it goes with a combine, is slow and steady wins the race. Okay, back to today's performance for the Autotrader. First day back, really great day. First up is the NASDAQ on a line break chart using our open range filter. You guys shouldn't overlook line break charts. Now, they don't have tails. That means price can trade up here, and it may not. It'll show the bar as it's trading, but if price ends up lower than the open of the bar, then you don't see the tail. And so that's what happened here. Price actually traded up here, filled our limit order, and then price went lower, and we did 1860 for the day here. There was a very small winner here. You can see it, and then the second trade. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart had a single trade here and did 1,025, and the goal on this is 1,000. So this had a tick of positive slippage per contract. Okay, I follow two charts on the DAX on the Superenco 6 tick, and one of them has a very sensitive setting, and the other one is the opposite of that. It is not as sensitive. This is the more sensitive chart, and you can see it took more trades here. The maximum drawdown here was about $850, or 4.25 per contract, and the stop loss, or the daily loss limit, is quite a bit higher. This could probably come down, but nevertheless we didn't get stopped out, even though we drew down several times. This was up and down, and then finally towards the open of the US session, it had a couple of good winners in a row here, and that brought it up to its goal of 1,500. It did 1462, so probably had some slippage here. And so this is using the Step MA filter, and with this, it did not take these counter trend trades at blue bars, as you can see here on some of the trades. Okay, next up is the NASDAQ on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart, and this did 1450 for the day. And it looks like we had no losers. Some of these trades were small winners, but in any case, it hit its goal, which I believe is about 1,500. No, it's 2250 on this. Anyway, shy of its goal, but still a solid performance. Actually, what happened here is it looks like it made an equity high of about 1,750, and then settled in at 1,450. Okay, the NASDAQ on a 987 tick Heikin-Ashi chart did 1555 today, and no losing trades here. And this is, let's see what filters we're not really using any filters here. It's a limit order, and the goal is 1250, so we had strong positive slippage on this run here. Okay, the crude oil on a 987 Heikin-Ashi chart did 890 for the day. And if I change this to open, low, high, close bars, we might get a cleaner look at this. So all in all, pretty good. We didn't draw down in the negative. We had a couple of losers here. And the goal on this is 1,000. So looks like just shy of our goal. I don't think we had slippage. Okay, this is the other DAX, Superenco 6 tick, and this has a sensitivity of 9. And so what that high sensitivity does is allows you to, it's not so sensitive to the swings, as you can see here. So it looks like we had a single trade here. The goal on this is 2,000. And no, we had more trades here. I just have to go back on the chart. There was a couple of losers here, and this drew down $1,000 or 500 per contract. And then we came back and had this winning long trade, which was actually out of the hole, was about a $2,400 total gain, because it brought us back from our drawdown and then finished at plus 1425. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a 987 tick Heikin-Ashi chart was moderately active today, and it first drew down about $550 or $275 per contract, and then made a first equity high of about 800. Drew down a little bit, and then came back and finished at 950. Okay, next up is the NASDAQ on a Super Renko 8 tick, and I'm using the open range filter, and it starts trading at 9:30, but I have it set at the midnight session. I mean, I have it set the open is at midnight, so the open at the change of a day. And anyway, that worked out pretty well. This did 910 on a single trade, and the goal on this is 1250, so shy of its goal. It only traded once. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 6 tick has a goal of 750, and it looks like it hit its goal here and had positive slippage. Okay, the ES on a regular 5 Renko chart did 812.50 for the day. The goal is 800, so one tick of positive slippage. And there was basically 2 trades. Pretty nice short here, and then this little bit tiny long brought it to its goal. It's a limit order with a 4-tick pullback. The sensitivity on this one is 2. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a 6 Renko chart with a higher time frame filter of 6 Renko. The higher time frame sensitivity is 2, the base sensitivity is 1, and this has a goal of 800. So this hit its goal and had 1 tick of positive slippage. You can see the trades here. Okay, the ES on a Super Renko 4 tick, and this looks to be the 60-minute higher time frame. And indeed it is, and this has a goal of 750. And so this hit its goal with no slippage. Okay, next up is the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick with a goal of 725 and a higher time frame filter of Super Renko 6. This did 600 for the day. Did not have any negative drawdown. Okay, next up is the crude on a Super Renko 6 tick. This did 500 for the day. The goal on this is 1,000. Looks like we made an equity high of 700 and then settled at 500 because of this loser right here. Okay, the second E-mini S&P 5 Renko chart I'm following has a different sensitivity of 1.4 and a higher time frame filter of Super Renko 8. And this has a goal of 800 and did 450. Finally, the ES on a Super Renko 4 tick with a Super Renko 8 higher time frame has a goal of 725 and did 525 for the day. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.